Hi guys, how are you? I'm going to read one important story here about someone who has been denied asylum in New Zealand. And this will help others to understand when we are talking about asylum, it's not just easy to get asylum because people are talking easy. Oh, EBM, can you help me? I want to apply for asylum. I say, what is your reason for asylum? You come from a country which is very peaceful. You don't show any threat or something. So people are assuming that just any reason you can give, you can be given asylum. So I'm going to read first of all this New Zealand case, and then I can give my take on this. So a Zimbabwean witch doctor's daughter cannot stay in New Zealand tribunal rules. She argued that she feared if she returned to Zimbabwe, her late father's tribe could use suckers against her to force her to become the next witch doctor. So, in a very simple way, this person, this girl, she's in New Zealand right now. She applied for asylum, and her reason for asylum is, I don't want to go back to my country in Zimbabwe because my father, who passed away, was a witch doctor. And if I go back, my relatives or my tribe will want me to become also a witch doctor. So I don't want to go there. So give me asylum. So that was the claim. So people, when they give these reasons to ask for asylum, I don't know, do we think these institutions are so stupid? Like you can give any reason, even if you don't have any evidence? First of all, let's start with that. Being a witch doctor, is that, I mean, it depends like whether you take it as a negative or as a positive thing. But it's not, they're not going to kill you. Being a witch doctor is a medical doctor in African context. So how does that scientific, they will force you? So those are the things you need to do. But if you ask asylum, like, okay, if I go back, my government, and these are the evidences, they're going to prosecute me, they're going to do something, you give the evidence, that is a different situation. So the court said, so the woman said if she returned to Zimbabwe, her late father's tribe could use suckers against her to force her to become the next witch doctor. She would then have to undergo female genital mutilation and made to carry it out to other young girls in the tribal part as part of her duties. But the New Zealand Immigration and Protection Tribunal has rejected her bid to stay in whatever is a very difficult city, but in New Zealand, saying there was no evidence witchcraft could be used against her if she went back to her home village. The details were laid out in a recently released tribunal decision that the woman's mother fell pregnant, so they gave the background, who lived whatever. But all in all is that the tribunal refused to give her the asylum because of simple way that there is no evidence that the tribal men, the people in that tribe or in that village, they will force you out of your will to become a witch doctor. That is their argument. So whenever you are going to put any claim to apply for asylum of any country, make sure you have the concrete evidences to submit and not the hearsay. Because I know there are some people, they say, for instance, like I have I have more red eyes. If I go to my village, they will kill me because they do this to all people with red eyes. Okay, show the evidences that people in your town or in your country, why can't you go to live in another country? Because this friends say in your village. Why do you need to go to live in your village? Zimbabwe, the entire country is not one village. So don't treat these countries as just they are so stupid not to know things in your country. Like, for instance, I say, or for my case in Tanzania, or if I go to my country, my village, my tribe will force me to do 1, 2, 3. But my tribe is one small tribe in Tanzania, in Kigoma, very western part of Tanzania. So why can't you go to Tanzania to live in Dar es Salaam or go to live in Arusha, where your tribe is not there? So you cannot force like these people to give you asylum for things like that way. You have to come with the reasons which is countrywide, that I cannot go back to my home country because as a country, these are the things will happen. For instance, if you are albino and you live in Tanzania, you can have a case like, okay, we have a serious cases where people with albinism have been killed. So have been hunted down and their body parts have been used for the witchcraft and other reasons. So that is the case. It's not about to live in my tribe, out of your tribe, out of your region. So those are the concrete things which the evidence is there. But you cannot say my village. So is entire Zimbabwe one village? No. Go live in another village. Go and live in another area. So these are the things people, they think that the Americans, Europeans, Canadians, New Zealand people or Australians are stupid just by going there. Oh, any reason I give them, they are going to give me asylum. No. Asylum, there is a case. They are going to use, there is a committee, then it goes to be like a small court session. You are going to present your case and they are going to rule that should they give you asylum or not. You cannot say they are going to force me to do female genital mutilation, FGM, in my tribe, but why do you need to live in that particular area while other areas of your country, they don't do that? Go and live in another country. Because if you want to live in Australia or New Zealand or Canada or US or Europe, yes, you can live in your country in another tribe or in another region, in another village, whether they don't practice that, whether they're not going to force that. It's just like I say, I don't want to go to my home, to go to Tanzania because my hometown Kigoma will force me to become a politician, will force me to be this one. Yeah, go and live in Tabora, go and live in Dar es Salaam, go to live in another wherever. So you need to have things which are tangible, things which have evidences. And if they are there, give the evidences. Or for them, they say, yeah, this is a justifiable reason in those kind of situation. So I just want to help people understand a few things about asylum. It's not a slam dunk that if you just apply, you get it. They are going to evaluate and see if there is any threat happened to you, then they're going to do that way. So thank you so much. And be careful, find different ways, especially the official ways. And for me, one of the ways I usually talk to people, green card lottery for America, for other countries, America and other countries, just if you get the education way to go to those countries through scholarships will be very, very good way. So if you go to on my YouTube here and you go on the what we call the playlist scholarships, you'll find all information about scholarships, how to get them and how you can be able to go to those countries, get good education in those countries. So thank you so much. This is Ernest Boniface Makulo, EBM. I'm happy you are in this channel. In case you haven't subscribed, please do so. This is EBM. Goodbye.